morning, welcome to Developing Stories. Kunle Ariyo is my name. Ondo State Government has released the results for the Basic Education Certificate Examination result for Junior Secondary School 3. The examination was conducted for students in all public and private schools in the state. Administrative Secretary for Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Akindele Ige, enjoined parents and caregivers to check the result of their children on ward on the ministry website www.odsdexams.com using their registration PIN number. The federal government's effort to broker peace between the management of Dangote Refinery and Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pegasan, over the alleged mass sack of union members has ended in a deadlock. The meeting, which commenced on Monday afternoon at the Ministry of Labour and Employment Office in Abuja, stretched into the late hours but broke up a few minutes after midnight without any agreement. However, talks are expected to reconvene at 2 p.m. today. The federal government, worried about the potential impact of the dispute on the nation's economy and energy security, had summoned both sides to the negotiating table following the report of widespread discontent. In the meantime, the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has ordered full-scale mobilization of its affiliate unions for a nationwide strike against what it described as the Dangote Group's deliberate anti-workers crusade and disregard for Nigeria's labor laws. The directive by NLC President Joe Ajero says the time for the pleading and fruitless dialogue with the conglomerate was over and that the moment had come for decisive collective action. According to Ajero, the ongoing dispute with Pegasan and Nopeng are only symptoms of a systemic anti-labor policy of union, posting workers' exploitation and disregard for the rule of law that defines the group's industrial relations practice impunity, alleging that regulatory authorities had failed to rein in its excesses. NNC has instructed affiliate union to set up an action mobilization committee and liaise with its national secretariat within 72 hours for the next line of action. Meanwhile, the National Industrial Court in Abuja has issued a restraining order preventing the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pegasan, from proceeding with its planned industrial action against Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals. Justice Emmanuel Danjuma Subilimi ruled that Pegasan had related midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority and Nigerian upstream petroleum regulatory commission cannot halt the supply of crude oil and gas to the refinery. The injunction was granted following an ex parte application by Dangote Refineries Counsel George Ibrahim seeking refinery operations amid the dispute. The court noted that such a shutdown would severely impact Nigeria's energy supply and economy, potentially returning the country to past energy crisis. Justice Buselim granted the restraining order for 7 days to maintain industrial peace and prevent disruption of essential services while the substantive case proceeds. The next hearing is scheduled for October 13. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has issued a 14-day ultimatum to the federal government over unresolved issues. The union, in a statement issued after a National Executive Council meeting, decried the neglect of the university system and the government's consistent refusal to heed its demand. Accordingly, HASU has given the federal government an ultimatum of 14 days within which to address the issues. According to the statement, if at the end of the 14-day ultimatum the federal government fails to address these issues, the union may have no option but to first embark on a 2-week warning strike and thereafter a total and indefinite strike. The federal government has declared Wednesday, October 1, 2025 public holiday to mark Nigeria's 65th independence. The declaration was made by the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo congratulated Nigerians at home and resilience that have sustained the nation since 1960. He called on Nigerians to further keep faith in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, which is anchored on national rebirth, economic transformation, and collective prosperity. The minister expressed confidence that with the cooperation of all Nigerians, the country will continue to grow stronger in peace, progress, and development. Meanwhile, the federal government has cancelled a parade earlier scheduled to mark Nigeria's 65th